In today's video, we will be talking about the characteristics of living things, characteristics that make living things different from non-living things. So, we will be starting with biology. So, what is biology? Bio means living things. So, biology is the study of living things. Biology includes unicellular organisms, simple organisms, single-cell organisms, including bacteria, viruses, as well as multicellular organisms, including plants, animals, and fungi, as well as algae. So there are 7 characteristics of living organisms, including growth, movement, sensitivity, nutrition, excretion, respiration, and reproduction. We will be discussing each of this with an example. So, first of all, what is growth? Growth is increase in size and dry mass, and very important thing is that it is permanent increase in size. It's not reversible. So, how the growth is caused? Growth is because of increasing number of cells as well as due to increased size of the cell. Either number of cells are increasing or size of the cell is increasing. Both of this causes growth in living organisms. There are many examples. For example, if we talk about plants, we know that seed develops into a complete plant or a tree. This is a growth. And in all animals as well as human, an individual is born with a small size, and with the passage of time, all babies are developed into a complete adult. This is also an example of growth. And another example is that after fertilization, zygote is formed, and after zygote, embryo is formed. In embryo, there is development of organs and organ systems, and after complete development of systems, an individual is formed. So these were examples of the growth. Now we will be moving to movement. Movement is change in position or a place. So we know that human and animals can change their position as well as they can move from one place to another place. But the question is that do plants move? Yes, plants do move. There are carnivorous plants that move to capture their prey, as well as all plants are able to move. It can be explained with an example that if a plant is kept in a dark room and light is given through a small hole, after some days you are going to see that its leaves and flowers are bent towards the source of light. That is an example of movement in plants. Then respiration. When you hear about respiration, the process comes in your mind is inhaling oxygen and exhaling carbon dioxide. But respiration is series of chemical reaction that takes place in all cells to produce energy. And respiration is carried out within mitochondria. Mitochondria are organelles present within the cell. And number of mitochondria depends on the activity of the cell. If there are cells that are very active, for example, liver cells, they are very active and they need a large amount of energy, so they are going to have more mitochondria as compared to earlobe cells. Because earlobe cells are not that active and they do not need large amount of energy, so they have fewer amount of mitochondria in their cells. Next is sensitivity. Sensitivity is to detect the changes or stimuli in internal and external environment and then responding to those changes. Example is that we humans can detect change in temperature in our environment and we do respond to them. For example, if it's hot, we know that temperature is increasing, we do turn on the fan. And if we know that it's cold, we try to wear warmer clothes. So basically, we are detecting change in our environment and then we are responding to it. In a similar way, I have discussed it previously that how plants are responding to light. So basically, when the light is changing in their environment, it's the change in their external environment, and plants just respond by bending their leaves and flowers towards the source of light. So plants are very sensitive to the light. In a similar way, many cold-blooded animals are adapted to go for hibernation. So when they detect low temperature or extreme cold in their environment, they just decide to go for hibernation. Next is reproduction. Now, what is reproduction? Organisms undergo reproduction for the continuity of a species. Without reproduction, a species will get extinct. So reproduction is a very important characteristic of all living organisms, and they are carried out at every level. For example, in unicellular organisms, they also undergo reproduction. Single cell is divided into two cells of the similar type. In the similar way, plants also undergo reproduction either through spores or seeds that I will be explaining in my coming lectures. And animals also undergo reproduction either by laying eggs or by giving birth to an individual. Next is nutrition. All living organisms need nutrients to get energy. So, plants get nutrients from light, carbon dioxide, and water, and they carry out photosynthesis using light, carbon dioxide, water, in which they make their own food using these three reactants, that is light, carbon dioxide, and water, and they produce starch, a carbohydrate, and that starch is basically responsible for giving them energy. And photosynthesis is carried out in the leaves of the plant, because chlorophyll is also needed to carry out the photosynthesis. Chlorophyll is the green pigment that is present inside the leaves. Then all animals take nutrients. If they are carnivorous, carnivore animals will be depending on other animals for their nutrients. And if they are herbivores, they will be depending on the plants for their nutrients. And then in the last picture, you can see that there is a piece of bread, slice of bread, and there is greenish blackish fungi that is known as rhizopus that grows on the slice of a bread. So basically, these fungi do not have any intentions of destroying our food, but it only grows on this slice to get its nutrients. So it can get energy and it can easily survive. So all living organisms, from simple to complex, they need nutrients for their survivals. Last characteristic is excretion. Excretion is removal of waste product or toxins from a living body. So all living organisms undergo multiple chemical reactions in their bodies, and as a result of those chemical reactions, a large number of waste products or toxins are produced. For the survival of a living body, it is important that those waste products or toxins are eliminated from a living body. Now you might be having a question in your mind, do plants excrete? Yes, plants do excrete. It is found that in autumn, when leaves fall from the trees, those leaves contain large number of waste products or toxins. So, all throughout the year, all waste products and toxins are stored in the leaves, and as soon as autumn comes, those leaves fall off from the trees. As a result, all the waste product is eliminated from the plant body. In the similar way, you can see in this diagram that there is orangish, brownish sticky material on the tree trunk. This is also a waste product that is getting eliminated from the plant body. And then in this next picture, you can see there is a mouse and it is having some food. So there will be a series of chemical reaction through which this food is going to be digested, and as a result of this chemical reaction, there will be small waste product produced, and it is important for the survival of this mouse that it eliminates that waste product from the body. So all living organisms, either simple or complex, undergo excretion. So that was today's video. I hope you like my video. Don't forget to like my video and subscribe my channel. Thank you.